Hi everyone, welcome to Rachel Pichler Yoga. My name is Rachel. Today we are doing a full body yoga for strength and flexibility. So find just a little bit of space to move. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and let's get started. So let's begin today in tabletop on our hands and knees and get a little warmer. So bringing your palms to the ground, spread those fingers nice and wide. And make sure your wrists are right underneath your shoulders and your knees are under your hips. We're going to tuck our toes under. We're just going to warm on up. And we're going to hover our knees above the floor. So just a little bit. Don't lift those knees too high. Just slightly. Pushing into your palms. Hover those knees. Maybe getting a nice stretch for your toes here. Firing up those quads. Draw your belly button back towards your spine to give your quads some help using that core. Taking just one more inhale and then exhale. Relax your knees on the ground. Relax those quads. Untuck your toes and find the top of your feet. We're going to do that just one more time, but on the tops of the feet. So just hover the knees a little bit, pushing into those palms. And breathe. Awesome, you guys. Just one more inhale. And an exhale to relax. Give those hips a little rock, side to side. Shake it out. We're going to be tucking our toes back underneath and lifting on up into downward facing dog. So lift those knees off the mat, keeping your fingers spread nice and wide. Let your head be heavy. And I want you to bring your feet about hip width apart here. Hip width apart, push into those palms, start to feel the length through the legs, through the arms, the shoulders. And I want you to lift your heels up off the mat, nice and high. Coming onto the balls of the feet, maybe stretching the toes again. Push into those palms, let your head still be heavy. Stay for an inhale with the heels lifted. And as you exhale, lower them towards the floor. Nice, you guys. Inhale, lift the heels up. And exhale, lower them down as low as you can go. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, drop them down. Awesome, you guys. Inhale, gazing forwards between your hands. And exhale, walk your feet all the way to the top of your mat. Take an inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, folding forwards. Inhale, all the way up to standing. Reach up, look up. And exhale your hands through heart center, down to your sides. Roll your shoulders back and down, taking an inhale to reach up and an exhale to fold forwards. Inhale, half lift, nice long spine. Exhale, planting your hands as you fold. Walk your feet all the way back into your downward dog and bring your feet out nice and wide this time. So see if you can turn your toes in a little bit and your heels out a little bit so that you can actually see your heels behind your toes. And then push into those palms, let your head be heavy, and then use an inhale, lift the heels up. And exhale, drop them down. A little extra stretch for those ankles. Inhale, lift the heels nice and high. And exhale, drop them down. One more. Inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. Nice, you guys. One more breath in. And as you exhale, you can let your knees come all the way down to the floor. Taking some weight out of those wrists. Maybe do a couple of wrist circles. But coming on up. Standing on your knees. Let's bring our right foot forward. So not a lunge, but kind of a 90-90 with both of the legs. Nice and balanced. So find your balance. Nice, strong legs here. And then we're just going to twist. So your left hand can find your knee. Your right hand can come to your hip. Start to turn your chest to that right side. If you would like to extend your right arm behind you, maybe even look behind you, you can go that far. But keep the balance, keep the breath, and just enjoy the twist. Awesome, you guys. Using an inhale, we're going to come back forwards. Exhale, lower your hands to the ground. Slide that right knee in and bring your left foot forward. So again, nice and balanced here. Not really in a deep, deep lunge. Nice and balanced. And then let's take that twist. Right hand to the knee, left hand to the hip, or reach in behind you or beside you. Just turn your chest as much as feels good. Breathe. Nicely done, you guys. Using an inhale to bring yourself back forwards and an exhale to lower your hands to your mat. Sliding that left knee in, spreading your fingers wide, tuck the toes, lift on up into downward facing dog. Using an inhale, look forwards, and exhale, walk or step or jump to the top of your mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Plant your hands and take your left foot all the way back. So this time we are going to set up a lunge. So untuck those back toes so our knee's just further back than it was before so that we get a nice hip flexor stretch. If you need some padding, you can roll your mat over for that knee to be nice and soft on a nice soft cushion. But sink those hips forwards this time. And then just make sure your front foot is right underneath your front knee. Okay, we're going to twist again. So that left hand is going to come to your knee. The right hand can find the hip. Start to turn the chest. Look to the side, maybe adding that arm, extending behind you. But you might notice that you can't twist as much as you did because we're stretching all the way from that hip now. And taking things a little further. So use an inhale, bringing yourself back forwards. Exhale, lower your hands to the floor. Tuck those back toes under. Inhale, look forwards if you can. And exhale, bring your back foot to the top of your mat. Inhale for a half lift. Long spine here. Exhale, fold, plant your hands. That right foot's coming back all the way, setting up a lunge. Untuck those back toes. Maybe roll your mat over. Lift that chest up. Sink into those hips. So you want to feel this through that right hip flexor. And a twist because it feels awesome too. Right hand to the knee, left hand to the hip. Maybe extending it behind you. Just breathe. Only going as far as you need to. Awesome, you guys. Using an inhale to come on back and exhale, lower your hands. Tuck your back toes under. Inhale as you gaze forwards and exhale to bring your back foot to the top of your mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold, planting your hands, stepping your feet all the way back into downward facing dog. Just take a nice big breath in. And use the exhale to bring your knees back down to your mat. Cross your ankles, have a seat, bringing your legs out in front. So a couple options here. Let's send the left leg out to the side and bring the right foot, bending that knee, laying that shin down so that it's kind of parallel to the edge of your mat. So that shin's nice straight line. You can keep your left leg out to the side, or you can bend it and bring your heel back by your glute, and maybe your knee and your foot can make a connection. And we're just going to twist. So we're going to turn our chest to the right. So your left hand can find your knee, your right knee. Your right hand, your fingertips can push into the floor to lift that chest, and then just start to turn to the right. Look in whatever direction your chest is going. Awesome, you guys. And then using an inhale, we're just going to come back forwards. So if you left your leg out long, we are going to be moving it. So we're just going to create some space between the knee and that front foot so that both of our legs are in a 90-90-ish angle. And this time we're going to stay with the chest facing forwards. You can bring your hands to the floor for some support. You might feel the hip. You might feel a stretch of that back leg. You might want to tip forwards and see if you can find that glute, that right glute. But just keep the chest lifted. If it doesn't feel good, to tip forwards. Not here long. Nice, you guys. If you are folding, use an inhale to lift yourself back up. We're just going to move this back leg yet again. So send it out nice and long behind you, and you can also scooch this front foot, and you can bring that heel towards your hip. So now we are in pigeon. Now we're in pigeon. Our back leg's out long behind us. You can move your front leg so that you're comfy. Use an inhale, lift your chest, and then if you'd like to fold, fold forwards. And just taking a moment here to relax your upper body. Let everything be nice and heavy, falling towards the ground. And using an inhale, we're going to lift ourselves all the way back up. You can just roll to that right side and bring your back leg forwards. If you'd like to transition through down dog or even child's pose, you can. But maybe just shake it out a little. Take a moment. We will be switching sides, but no rush. That left leg will be bent, and let's bring the shin again parallel to the edge of a mat. You can send your right leg out to the side. You can still twist this way, or you can bend that leg in, bringing your heel towards your glute. You might get some quad, some hip action, or it might just look fancy. So whatever you want to do with that right leg. Bring your right hand towards your left knee. Take a twist. Keep that chest lifted. Awesome, you guys. And using an inhale, bringing yourself back to face the front. We are just creating space between that foot and that knee. The front leg doesn't really move. Back leg does. Finding a 90-90-ish. Again, it's just ish angles. And then let's face forwards with that upper body. Take an inhale. Maybe stay here or tip forwards if you'd like. If it feels good on that front leg. Nice, you guys, using an inhale. When you're ready, lift on up, and we're just going to send that back leg even further back, setting up our pigeon. So now you can move your front leg too. Sending that back leg back though. Use an inhale to lengthen. And an exhale to fold if you want to fold. A whole lot of love for that left glute here. And just relaxing through your shoulders. Maybe resting your head on your arms or the mat. Awesome, you guys. Using an inhale whenever you're ready to start to lift back up. And you can roll to the left side or again transition through maybe a down dog or child's pose. Maybe just give yourself a little hug, a little rock side to side. We will be making our way all the way down onto our backs. So you can roll down, but let's bring our knees towards the chest and the feet off of the floor. So you might be hanging onto your knees or the back of your legs. If your feet want to extend up towards the ceiling, you can definitely let them do that. And you might be resting your arms at your sides or even under your hips. Will help keep those legs up there a little easier than if your hands are just at your sides. But bringing all the weight out of those feet, out of those ankles, out of the legs. Nice job, you guys. And if you did straighten your legs a little, you can start to bend them again. And let the feet come all the way to the floor. Maybe doing a little rock side to side. And we're going to start to bring our right knee back in towards the chest. Let's give that right knee a nice big hug. And you can completely relax here, keeping your upper body down, that left leg bent. Or you can start to lift your shoulders off your mat. So maybe wake up the core again. Give that knee a nice big hug. You can start to walk that left foot out long maybe. Maybe that foot wants to hover off the floor. And then just look up to the ceiling to relax the neck and the jaw. Let's stay for an inhale. Hug that knee. And as you exhale, let everything go. You can start to let go of that right knee as well. We'll pull the left knee in and switch sides. So remember, you can let your head and your shoulders stay down. Or you can lift them up. And maybe walk the right foot out. Maybe it wants to hover. All I really want you to do is hug that left knee. Awesome, you guys. Stay for an inhale. And exhale, relax, let everything go, including that left knee. And you can walk that right foot back in too, so both of your feet are down and your knees are bent. Start to reach your arms out to the sides, nice and wide, weighing down your shoulders, and your knees can come over to the left side for a twist. Let's take a couple of nice deep breaths here. And with your next inhale, when you're ready, start to bring your knees back up. And we'll switch sides. They can come all the way to the right. Keep that left shoulder down. And start to breathe just a little deeper. And with an inhale, slowly bringing the knees back up. Maybe pulling them to your chest just one last time. Give yourself a little hug. And then we can let the legs go out all the way to the bottom of the mat. Your feet nice and wide and maybe yawning. I've been doing that a lot lately at the end of my practices. And just resting your arms at your sides. Flip those palms to face up. Take a nice big breath in and out. And give yourself the opportunity to spend as much time in Shavasana as you have time for today. Let your body relax. And I hope that you enjoy the rest of your day. And until next time, namaste.